Hi, we have seen earlier a digital transmission system in which we say that signal propagates in the form of uh, digital bits, and that bit duration is about a TB, that is a very short duration, that is propagating through the source and the fiber. So we can have a source that is LED or a laser, and here the system use that is on off keying, so that whenever we are having one bit that is high, 0 bit there is no light. So it is propagate that signal, optical pulses propagating through the fiber. It will be attenuated or it can be dispersed. Then it is propagating through the detector. So the detector, we can use a avalanche diode, photodiode, or a spin diode. Then when it converts that optical pulses into electrical pulses, and it has a detector noise. Now this digital transmission system consists of a detector, and it has a front-end amplifier. That front-end amplifier used after the detector, so to boost a signal level, and we can differentiate that signal level, and we can remove the noise into the filters and a decision circuit. The filter is used here to remove the noise, unwanted signal, as well as it can identify that what will be the pulse spreading occur, and it, or we can have a equalization circuit for your signal there. A sampling circuit is used to define that what level of the output signal is there. This electric pulses convert in the form of output voltage, and then we can generate a decision circuit to define that for what level of the output will be a 1 and a 0 there. This one is a optical receiver, typical optical receiver. So some optical receiver it has a amplifier before the photo detector, photo amplifier, or some receiver they are a amplifier after the photo detector. Then a receiver signal we have received, it consists of some particular noise at a receiver. So we receive a signal level, so it introduces some errors, or so we say it is a noise. If you see the diagram, it is a noise sources and a disturbances in a optical pulse detection mechanism. Photon of a stream that is from the fiber, and here we have a photo detector. It can be a pin or a photodiode there. Then we consider the amplifier here, that is front end amplifier, and then we have a digital circuit. Now photo detection, the photon present, and because of that current here, electric pulses current convert into optical pulses, and that pulses generated, that optical pulses is having the photon. Now that photon stream we have, and there is a fluctuation in that photon energy, and because of that there will be a photon detection quantum noise, or you can say a Poisson fluctuations occur in this case. At a detector, sometimes there is no current, but detector produces some current, and that current is called as a dark current. Sometimes we have a low current on this particular surface, we produces some current, that surface leakage current. Then a gain is changes as per the input signal, and that gain is changes in in terms in when we have a avalanche photodiode is used, because a signal to noise ratio is to be increased there. So that gain factor when we are having a avalanche photodiode. So now consider that because there is a fluctuation of a current or a voltage due to the quantum mechanism, and that is a short or a quantum noise and a thermal noise because of the fluctuation. And then a short noise occurs in electronic devices because of your input signal is discrete in nature, and that current flow because of that discrete nature of a electric signal. The thermal noise arises here in this case because of that random motion of electrons in a conductor and a photodiode dark current that is flowing through the circuit when there is no light propagating, or there is no light from your optical fiber, but some light falls on the detector, and because of that there will be a dark current. So we can consider those noise. If you consider that a thermal noise there, so we can minimize the thermal noise by using the avalanche photodiode, because if we use a PN diode, so that the thermal noise will be more because the signal to noise ratio dominates in this case, so we can have a thermal noise. So here we have the average number of holes and electron pair in a photodetector, means pulses, stream of a photon, or if you can have a light detected here, it generates a number of electron hole pair. So how many number of electron hole pairs generated by this detector, it gives us a power, or you can say that the output current there. So more number of electron hole pairs, power will be large, or you can say the current will be large there. And for a given particular detector, the sensitivity of a detector depend upon that how many number of electron hole pairs generated by the given detector there. So power received is depending upon that average number of electron hole pairs generated with the photodetector there. So we can have a probability of electron we can find out here, so that we can obtain the what will be the detector output. Here some equations for the noise sources. That is a short noise. We can have that twice of QIP, BE, M square, and F of M. If there is avalanche photodiode, then M and F of M come in this particular equation. If there is no avalanche photodiode, so M and F of M can be removed. That M is nothing but what? Average statistical gain in the case of avalanche photodiode, and F of M is a noise figure in case of a avalanche photodiode. That F of M changes if the material changes in the avalanche photodiode. And that I square of short, it is a mean square signal current, and that Q is a charge, and that it changes based on the variance we have in this case. What will be the total noise is depending upon that a total variation in the variance, and that variance is depending upon the factor of the charges and the number of holes pair. So this IP, this stands for what? We have a primary DC current, or we can have a average value of a photocurrent there. Then this ID, that is for the detector current. We have then that IL is nothing but a surface leakage current, and this T is a Boltzmann constant, and that required load in this given equation. These are about the equations for a short noise, bulk current, surface dark current, and a thermal current. And if you see that all these equations, that factor is a common here, that is for a current detected within one particular noise sources of a particular noise sources. Now we receive the signal at the end, and a fiber itself, it has having a property of that attenuation and dispersion there. So because of the dispersion, pulse spreading occurs in the optical signal, and due to that pulse spreading, there will be intersymbol interference. To remove the intersymbol interference, we need to use a fiber. It has a low dispersion, or we use a fiber. It has the property of what? A modes, and it reduces the dispersion there. So number of modes changes, dispersion changes. As well, we have a types of fiber. We can remove the intersymbol interference because the dispersion changes. But the long length of the fiber, there will be intersymbol of interference occur because of the pulse spreading there. So then there are limitations for the given particular fiber. So how much will be the length, and for a given length, what will be the pulse spreading occur. Now that pulse spreading can be minimized at the receiver end, and due to the pulse spreading, it is difficult to identify that what input pulses transmitted, or difficult to identify what will be the level of the signal, whether it belongs to 1 or a 0 there. That's why a small duration or a short duration is to be used at the receiver, and it provide that measuring the signal within a particular period of a time. If decision is to be taken to receive the signal, here we are having a decision circuit, and what particular period of a time, or we can receive a signal strength, or we can measure the signal strength in case of a optical receiver. So we can minimize intersymbol interference in this case, and we have a front end amplifier here. That front end amplifier, it is used to remove the noise and to increase the bandwidth, because the front end amplifier produces, we say that output produces based on that a detector there. So means it is a sensitive circuit, and we can maximize a receiving signal strength by maintaining the suitable bandwidth of a receiver there. To achieve this sensitivity and bandwidth, so front end receiver have a load, and that load resistor, if we increase or decrease, it affects the performance of a front end amplifier, or you can say that performance factor, that is bandwidth and noise of a optical amplifier, of a front end amplifier. This front end amplifier used in optical fiber, it can be classified in 3 categories in terms of low impedance, high impedance,